Hey Scorpio, welcome to your September 2024 mid-month reading. We're just going to go ahead and get started and jump straight in. I hope you're doing well. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below in the description. If you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome in. Thank you for being here. Let's see here. You pulled the Six of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the Moon card. You did pull the Death card here. Honestly, I just think this is you showing up here, Scorpio, in the reading. Let's take a look here. You got the Seven of Wands. All right, so let's take a look here. Woo! Definitely a lot of different energies going on here for you, Scorpio. Definitely feel like you're in the midst of transformation, like you kind of always are, Scorpio. I really do pick up, though, with this Death card being in the current energy, like this is you just showing up because you are the Death card. But I do pick up, though, you are going through a transformation as well. I think we're all going through a transformation at this time. We're in the middle of eclipses, right? We just had a lunar eclipse in Pisces yesterday on the 17th. And now we're going to be stepping into a solar eclipse. So we're all going through changes, but I definitely feel like you're going through a change here. And with this Eight of Swords being in the challenge, I think you're just trying to make sense of it all at this time. If I'm being honest with you, I think you're just trying to make sense of it all. I think you're trying to figure out, what is true for you and what your truth is, and what your new intention is moving forward. And I think you can be a little bit confused about that, or you can be kind of just really in your head about that. Maybe feeling overwhelmed here as well. The good thing is, though, you do have the Seven of Wands, which is finding the strength and the courage here to, take a stand and take action on things here that you have been feeling like because I'm almost getting this energy. There may be things that you've been wanting to take action on or been wanting to do, but maybe you feeling like, I don't know if I can do it, or if I have the strength, or will I be able to commit, or will I be able to stick to something? I'm seeing you find that with that Seven of Wands being here. Your advice at this time is the Two of Wands, which is very much connected to the Seven of Wands, both Mars energy. Seven of Wands is Mars and Leo. The Two of Wands is Mars and Aries. Aries is about starting things, right? You put Mars in the mix. It's about being bold, being decisive, being confident, finding your courage, and taking action on what you really want to take action on here. The Two of Wands is saying, especially with the Eight of Swords, because the Eight of Swords can be analysis paralysis, like when we're in our head and we're just kind of overthinking things. It's like we know what we need to do, but then we just overthink it, right? And then it creates another overthinking that on top of an overthinking, on top of an overthinking, and then we get stuck. The Two of Wands is saying, don't wait too long, right? Like whenever you feel like you need to do something, or something that you need to do or you want to do, the Two of Wands is saying, like, take action immediately. Two of Wands, Seven of Wands, like fortune favors the bold. Fortune favors the bold. If I pull the Knight of Wands, that's specifically so here. You pulled the Seven of Swords here in the outcome here. I don't get a negative vibe off this Seven of Swords. I think there's things you're just having to rethink here. I got to keep it real. Not every reading is a fairy tale, right? The Seven of Swords being in the outcome is like, let me take some steps back here, assess some things, get a new tactical advantage here for myself and my situation, so I can figure out the best the best course of action here. Seven of Swords is a card of strategies and tactics. So I'm seeing you here having to rethink some things. And it's interesting because I feel like what you're having to rethink is, because part of this Eight of Swords, I feel, in your challenge, by the way, you do have success coming to you. I just want to say that because you do have the Six of Wands here in the position of the good stuff. And then you have the Moon card here being in the position of the good stuff. So I'm going to talk about that Moon card in a minute, but the Six of Wands is a card of success. And it doesn't have to be like some type of huge success. It's a personal feeling of how one feels about themselves and what they're doing and where they're trying to go and the direction that they're marching to, or the direction they're marching in. And with the Six of Wands, I'm seeing you find this newer confidence here. Are you finding this newer... you finding this newer confidence here about yourself and what it is that you want to do, and I see you being more confident about the things that you're going to be doing here. I feel also too, you may be rewarded something here. I don't know, I'm not sure what it is, but you may win something, or you may be rewarded here with the Six of Wands, or you may just get recognition. For some of you, if you're like online, this is very specific, it's not be for everybody, but just hang in here with me. For some of you, if you have a following online, like you may think I'm crazy, but you could get, I don't know, like shouted out by someone, or Someone could be giving you some type of props or recognition or something like that. But Six of Wands, for just in general, is a card of success here. For you, it's like there's something here about remembering like the success that you've had before here, Scorpio, because you have a lot of cards that's like almost like there's almost this energy here of cards that are in the future but also in the past here. And so what I mean by that is, like, for instance, after the Six of Wands is the Seven of Swords, or Seven of Wands. After the Seven of Swords is the Eight of Swords. But you can see, like, this is going the right way. The Six of Wands, Six of Wands, Seven of Wands. It's going in the right direction. But this Eight of Swords, Seven of Swords, it's kind of like going backwards. There's something here that I feel like you're revisiting, but something that you're revisiting here is like showing you something about yourself that you forgot about, like you almost forgot about. Like, and I think it's like some type of like you being able to like assess like your successes or something like that, or like finding like this inner sense of strength and confidence through like revisiting something. It's kind of very strange. It's kind of hard to, and I usually don't get messages like this, so this could be for someone just very specific in general. But I think this Seven of Swords is like you maybe, it's like, so I almost see you like revisiting something here. Like it could be like past successes or looking at the past and you're realizing like, oh, like why was I being so hard on myself? Or like why was I not believing in myself? Or I don't know, it's like, it's almost like you're just starting to understand like your own sense of power and strength and influence over your situation. And it's like you may be unaware of that at this time, but that's something you're becoming aware of. And I think that's also what this Moon card is in the position of the good stuff, because the lobster on the Moon card represents inner growth that creeps up from the unconscious, subconscious into our conscious awareness. And at the time, it's like while it's happening, it's like, okay, I can feel like there's change going on. I can feel like there's this inner growth process that's happening, but it's not making sense, right? And so it's almost like I feel like that's like part of the process of what I was just saying. Like you've like remembering something, or like becoming more consciously aware just of your power and influence over things more than you thought you had. It's such a strange reading, but I want to say too with this Moon card, it's in the position of the good stuff. It's like an awakening that's happening here for you, especially if I pull the Judgment card as we go through and clarify here in a moment. But I do feel like there is like this sense of a deeper awakening happening here for you, and it could be quite confusing at this time. But I believe on the other side of this is like it's going to be something that you're going to be like, whoa, like I couldn't see it before, but now I see it. Let's see here. He pulled the Sun card. It says Spirit. Yeah. The Sun deals with your being and your potential. And I believe at this time, there's a part of your being there's a part of your being that is expanding. And the Moon card here is like you're trying to emotionally understand it at this time, but it could be difficult. But you are going through some type of deeper awakening here, or some type of deeper, these deeper inner growth processes here. And I think it's going to lead you to being more happier down the line, but just you like starting to really understand your potential here with this Sun card, or see the potential like in yourself or in something that you're doing. You pulled the Crossing card. It says initiation here. Yep, and this is the call to initiation, especially with this Death card being here. You have a Two of Wands as the advice. Like there's something here now calling forth for you to really be bold with and take action on, and to face your fear. The Moon card also symbolic of fear, and I think this is you possibly overcoming some type of fear that you've had for a long time, or just some type of fear in general here, or just something that you may have been fearing, because the Moon card can cause distortions, it can cause illusions, it shows us things in our mind, and when it comes to like us perceiving something, like for instance, the Moon card could be like visualizing like a bad case scenario and being like afraid by it, right? Like let's just say, for instance, if it's public speaking and you want to public speak, but the thought of you getting on stage, you're like, oh my God, what if I get bullied? Or what if I get booed off the stage? Or what if people think I'm stupid? Or what if they think my nose is too big? Or whatever the case might be. It's like you finally overcoming like some type of fear here and realizing like, oh wow, like okay, like it just no longer having its power or hold over you here. But it can only happen though with this Crossing card, the initiation. It's by facing the fear, by answering that call to initiation. You pulled this You Are the Breath that says listen and connect to your intuition. That's also the Moon card here as well. The Moon card is symbolic of your clairvoyant faculties, right? And so intuition, listening to your intuition here. And I think your intuition is like telling you to do something. Sounds like your intuition is screaming, right? And that Eight of Swords and the challenge is like, well, I need to logically and rationally figure it all out first, you know. But it's like your intuition is just saying, like, just do this, like, do this. But you're like, oh, I don't know, like, and it's like your rational mind and your intuitive mind is like going back and forth with each other. I think the Two of Wands is saying, boom, like, take action on what your intuition is saying here. Let's clarify your reading. Clarify this Six of Wands here in the position of the good stuff. You do have the Page of Pentacles. I forgot to even talk about this card. It's the overall energy here. And the Page of Pentacles is a card of making improvements. It's also a card of effort, like applying effort to something. And it does make a lot, we're in Virgo season. We're about to come in Libra season, but we still do have Mercury in Virgo, right? And so Page of Pentacles is, his intellect is geared toward the practical things. And I think at this time, your overall energy is like you're having to make practical adjustments here when it comes to something that you're doing. Clarify the Six of Wands. You have the Six of Wands again, so that's just double clarification in regards to the success here and confidence I'm seeing you have. Clarify the Page of Pentacles for the overall energy. The High Priestess, which is also connected to the Moon card, both connected to the archetype of the Moon, literally. And yeah, I think this is you having to really listen to your intuition. The High Priestess is the intuitive wisdom that comes through, that guides us. And you have to listen to what yours is saying at this time and trust it. And that Page of Pentacles is saying, trust what your intuition is saying, and then, you know, take what it is that you're intuitively feeling and start working on it. Like this, I'll give you an example. Like, let's say your intuition's like, hey, we should really start this business, or we should really, you know, get started on this art piece or something. The Page of Pentacles is like, okay, let me just start just getting into the rhythm. Like, let me just start putting it together. Let me take action on it. Let me just see what I can do here. And that's what I see you like doing here. Clarify the Moon card. You pulled the King of Pentacles here in the position of the good stuff. I think if you're fearing something in regards to career or work, I think things will be fine. I think you could be maybe, I think the fear could be a little bit out of control here, or like you just fearing the worst case scenario and it not being that bad. I want to say the Moon card and the King of Pentacles as well in the position of the good stuff is saying here that it's almost like it's saying to, I'm going to pull one more on this because I want to get double clarification. You pulled the Page of Wands. Yeah, I knew it. It's like the Page of Wands and the Moon card is like initiating. It's like, because the Moon card is like, it's unknown, you're uncertain, but your intuition is telling you to do it. And the Page of Wands is like the bold one. He's like, well, I'll see what happens. I'll do it. And it's with the King of Pentacles, so it could be related to like work or career, business projects, like whatever it is that you're afraid to do. It almost feels like the Spirit is saying to do what you're afraid to do, right? Like, for instance, let's just say you want to put out a new product or you want to start a new business, right? Like, it's like, but I don't know, I'm afraid. It's like, no, don't be afraid. Page of Wands and Moon card. Just do what it is that your intuition is telling you to do, and that you also are passionate about. Clarify the Death card in your current energy. You pulled the Seven of Cups here. Yeah, you have new desires at this time. All right, Seven of Cups is the card of desires. It's the power of the imagination. And with the Death card, it's like you want newer experiences. You want to create something new. Or you want to explore some type of newer experience. Clarify the Eight of Swords in the challenge. Why is this? The Ten of Pentacles here. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles is about having big goals, big dreams. But the Eight of Swords is, because the Ten of Pentacles is saying like it's about our goals 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. It's like big goals, big dreams, the heaven on earth that we're wanting to create. But then it's like, we just don't know where to start though with things, Eight of Swords, or we don't know kind of what direction to go sometimes, or how we should do it, or how we should start building it. The Two of Wands is saying just get started, right? You'll figure out those questions along the way. Clarify the Seven of Wands in the future. You have the Four of Swords. Yeah, after some time of like thinking, contemplating here, I finally see you with the Seven of Wands, like stepping into like being more courageous and like going for the things that you want. It's like I feel like you're no longer sitting idle. Clarify the Two of Cups in the position of the position of something you're unaware of. Four of Cups here. Two of Cups, Four of Pentacles here in the position of something you're unaware of here. The power at this time lies within inside yourself. That's the Four of Pentacles, right? It asks where your power lies, and the power always lies in our own hands. And it's with the things that we have, whether it's our resources, whether it's our, it can be our money and stuff like that, or our possessions, or it can be our intellect, our knowledge, our wisdom, or it can be like our laptop, our computer, our phone. It's like whatever it is that's around you at this time, is that you have things around you at this time that can help you create what it is that you want, and also help you complete the objectives here that you're trying to get done. And the Two of Cups, I want to say too, this could be, well, actually I want to see something, hold on. Clarify the Two of Wands as the advice, the Wheel of Fortune. Clarify the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Wands, yeah. So the Wheel of Fortune, Two of Wands is saying spin the wheel, right? The Wheel of Fortune is like, you don't know, you gotta take a risk, right? Two of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune is like saying, take a risk, right? Take a leap of faith, see what happens. I think the odds are actually on your side more than you think they are, with the Wheel of Fortune being here for the advice. But you'll never know, right, unless you take action and get yourself unstuck. And the Seven of Swords, Eight of Wands, I think you are rethinking some things here, because the Eight of Wands is the card that deals with, it's the height of ambition. So it represents, like, we have ambitions, we have goals, we have things we want to strive toward, but with the Seven of Swords, it's like, okay, let me figure out some strategies and tactics here, or come up with a game plan, or reassess my goals, or reassess my ambitions, so that way I know where I'm aiming, so that way I don't miss my targets. And that's what I kind of see you doing here. Nothing wrong with that, right? Sometimes you have to take a break, or sometimes you got to take a knee and get a better tactical advantage. You pulled this it says Crown Games here. It says right use of power. So, and this card really reminds me, it's like when we want to be in a position of power and influence, or we're in a position of power and influence, it's like, are we using that for good? Or how can we use it for good? So I feel like at this time, it's about, I think you do have the ability to have power and influence. And I think Spirit's wanting you to use it, and use it in a good way here. You pull this Dark Matter card. It says mystery, and explore the mystery. That Moon card, the Moon card is symbolic of the mystery. It's the riddle that's trying to be solved. And the Wheel of Fortune is the riddle of the Sphinx. Or actually, I think that's a Chariot. No, it's the Wheel of Fortune. It's the Wheel of Fortune. But you never will know what the riddle is unless you try to solve it. Which is symbolically saying, to explore the mystery. Have fun with what you want to do as well. You pulled this Eagle card. It says vision, freedom, authority, inspiration. And that's one of your animals, right? That's one of your, right, Scorpio, the scorpion, the lizard, the snake, the eagle, the phoenix. So I think it's like you're, maturing here, Scorpio. But your vision, right? The vision and the freedom part of this card. And the authority, all of it, right? Inspiration. It's about Eight of Wands, reassessing your vision, but exploring your vision, seeing your vision through with the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands is also authority, is stepping into your authority here. Because I feel like you could be a big inspiration to people, Scorpio. You pull this Unmarked Trail, it says Revelation here. There's a lot about some type of new path here. Or maybe it's the same path, but maybe it's maybe it's just, you're kind of you're taking a different route though, And I think it's about exploring that new route here that your intuition is telling you to go, right? It's like walking down it's like walking, and you feel like your intuition is telling you to go that way. It's like, yeah, let's listen to that, And I don't think there's anything to fear. I actually think that you're more capable than you realize, or things will be better than you expect. And there could be certain fears, but I see you being able to overcome those fears. But I think first is like you having to, you know, address those fears. But not a bad read. I know it's a little blurry just because my camera is just fucking annoying, but I think, you know, there's changes here that you're going through, but yeah. So that's what I got for you, Scorpio, in your mid-month reading. I appreciate you for watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me, again, that link will be down below in the description. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you're new to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe. Otherwise than that, Scorpio, I'm wishing you the best, and I'll see you in your next video.